Welcome back to BAM Collectibles, where Naruto comes to life one statue at a time. Today's unboxing is all about youth, power, and explosive energy as we unbox the legendary Might Guy made by the equally legendary Pickstar Studio. Whether you're a longtime collector, just a fan of Naruto, or someone who loves seeing anime statues up close, you're in for a treat. Let's crack this box open and see what the master of all 8 gates looks like. But right before we do, I'm giving away these 2 minifigs of Might Guy and Madara, as well as 6 other mystery characters to a random subscriber. All you need to do is like this video, be subscribed, and leave a comment. Within the next few weeks, I'll pin the winner's comment to the top of the video and send them your way. On the bottom of the base is a bunch of licensing information as well as the edition size, which you can see 151 is my edition size number out of 326 made. Definitely going to be one of the more rarer Pickstar Studios statues to see in the future. All along the base, though, we'll see this rocky lava effect with the red vapor going up. To reinforce all the explosive power and energy in this statue, we have these spiky effect pieces with some rubble on the side. You do have to be extremely careful. They are very sharp. And a magnet on the bottom is going to help it attach all along the statue. And for the last and largest piece, we do have to scoot this back a little bit, and there is everything together. Most of this statue is one piece, but these effects were on separately because of how pointy and fragile they are. On the very top, we have Might Guy's Vapor Dragon beginning to form. They did have the little whiskers sculpted separately as seen here, kind of similarly painted to the effect pieces where it goes from yellow to the red. And one of the most glorious features of this statue is the LEDs, which has 2 different effects. Here's a preview. Look at how yellow eyes lighten right up. So the first effect is a static, and the secondary one is a pulsating effect. Now, the statue came with 2 different versions, the Standard and EX. I picked up both so we can review them on the channel. This is the base for the EX version. So similar to that of the main, we have all the rocky rubble lava look. There's an AC adapter plug on the bottom, and that's where Might Guy's feet will key into. It is powered by an AC adapter. They gave you a splitter as well, so you can plug both of the main and side unit in. The remote that turns it on, just like the other one, it does have those 2 different effects of the static and the breathing. But you got to see this thing up close and personal with the lights turned on. Incredible paint job. Yet again, Pickstar raising the bar in the hobby. This looks like actual molten lava, the way things were painted and the way that the light is able to shine through it. Thankfully, not as hot as molten lava. And here's the first main body for Might Guy. This is considered the version A. The version B will look different. And then again, I got the EX version, so you get both of them all together. But cool how we have the vapor coming off of his body. Most other times I would be calling it chakra, but I think we all know this to be vapor. His pouch in the back was put on separately, as well as his little headband piece there, but I'm gonna leave that on. Incredible how they blend both the painted and clear resin for these statues. As I normally do, the head sculpt is perfection. The teeth, the eyes, the bushy brows, everything is great. We have a version B coming in here. We got some of the steam coming out of his mouth. We can see some of the outfit changes just as we see in the show. Also, those hot lava looking veins are amazingly well done. Now, you guys have seen me on camera. I'm no bodybuilder, so I don't know technical terms at all, but it's amazing the way that they sculpted all the muscles all throughout the body. The way you have like ripples in the chest area there. And then also those hot lava veins aren't just painted on. Wait till we bring him to life with LEDs soon. You'll see how that's going to be looking. And the cool part about this statue, as I mentioned before, is you could swap out which body you want displayed on the main statue. So here is the secondary version. You can see the wrapping on his leg goes away, as well as the top portion of his outfit, probably like what, his, 3rd gate versus his 8th gate form. But here's another preview of those LEDs turned on. We can see his eyes, some of the vapor flames on his legs, and then there's the secondary version with those veins lit up all throughout his body. Crazy looking. Now, with every statue, it comes with this case that has a dusting brush up top and some gloves on the bottom that can help you handle the statue by not touching it with your bare hands. This is the Certificate of Authenticity, which also comes with an acrylic stand where you can display it next to your statue if you'd like. Here are these art cards too. And then, as with every statue released so far, we have this metallic plaque here, which has a silhouette of the statue, and also that edition size again in the bottom right corner has a metallic stand that you could put it on, again displaying it next to the statue. But you know me, I love my cards next to statues. So we have the black label Might Guy, the MR here, graded through M&T. Incredible card. I had to send so many copies in to get this black label, but definitely an amazing piece to have accent in my statues. And with the lights dim, it's time to see this thing in its full glory lit up. Here is that version 1 where it's a static look, and then the version 2 will allow it to pulsate just slightly. I'll probably have mine being in the static form. I do prefer that more so. But getting some close-up shots of this bad boy, amazing. Again, how they painted this to where the LEDs are shining through that body is awesome. Also the vapor all throughout the rest of his body, the way that lights up as well. It's just masterfully done. The way they did the transition between the painted and clear resin. Also, I love how the vapor of the dragon isn't too big and overwhelming like we've seen in some of the statues. So Guy is still some of the prominent focus in the statue. Hope you enjoyed this unboxing. We'll be seeing more Pickstar Studio around the channel. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Do what you love and love what you do. Bam out.